just go.
On this episode, I built this.
Hey, I helped.
I guess. No, I did.
Tamiya squash fan.
Tamiya squash fan.
Yeah,
Also my Christmas present.
it was.
It's a good Christmas present.
It was.
For sure.
Like, what did you like about it so much?
It just looks badass.
It does.
The big tires.
And I'm not really one for trucks, but I guess you want to call this a panel van, but this thing is definitely rad.
It is.
Like, after this, I think I'm going to have a liking for big old RC kits. But, so this is what? This is actually your first RC build, like, complete RC build.
Yeah.
First Tamiya kit, too?
First Tamiya kit, first
So I
RC
think-
car build.
What, the first one you got was that one up there, I think?
My first RC car in my adult life
Adult life.
would be the Armada sent in, but that one was
It was an RTR. It was like ready to
an
run.
RTR, yeah.
Kind of got her into the hobby a little bit.
I mean, I wanted to spend like $150, but you know, I
It was
let my
like
4-year-old talk
two-
me into like double
240?
that amount. No
Close
problem.
enough. And then what, your second one was the
Kyosho
Kyosho Rampage Pro.
Yeah, the Rampage Pro. That one was already 80% built, so I only had to do like 20% of the work.
That thing is actually super rad.
But it's super rad.
It sounds amazing.
I've flipped it a few times immediately off the bat, and it's still looking great.
The first time she took it out, she guns it, and then the thing like barrel rolls, does a couple flips. I think it landed on somebody's roof.
I mean, I had to break it in somehow, so why not?
She broke it in. So yeah, this will be your
This will be my first full build.
full
And
100%
Tamiya,
build.
Which
Yeah.
I've heard the graphics on that are going to be fun.
The graphics are going to be a nightmare. The bearings, something insane, like 24 bearings or 28 bearings. So anybody who thinks they have a reserve of 1150 bearings, this thing will eat it up. But yeah, I'm excited. So let's dive in. We'll probably do some time lapses and some build overviews, and then maybe we'll try to get a driving video on this one.
Yeah.
Semi-pro over here driving video.
Definitely not.
Yeah, then we'll wrap it up and definitely let you guys know how we like it. So stay tuned and we'll jump right in.
Yeah.
All right, so this is something that's crazy to see in a Tamiya kit, but look at the amount of gears this thing has. That is so rad, but so insane. Then we got the two right here that we're gonna assemble. So yeah, we'll jump into that and keep you guys updated.
Alright, so I just finished putting together the differential and the spur gears. For me, the hardest part was kind of just greasing them because they're really small parts and I was having a hard time finding like a good leverage to hold on to. But they're all put together. One tip that we have, they don't really tell you in here, but if you grab parts bag B, you can get this part, I forgot what it's called, but that way you can use it to test out your gears to make sure that everything's running smoothly. Your gearbox joint, sorry, thank you. But other than that, now we're gonna move on to putting them into the chassis. All right, so I just got all of the gears set up. We basically took the plastic bearings that they had, and the upgrade we did is we put the metal bearings in instead. So there's metal bearings, 2 at each. In total, so far, I've put 18 metal bearings on here.
That's insane. 18 bearings is nuts.
Yeah, so there's 2 here, and then each of the gears has 2. The smaller gears, we did use the metal bearings that it comes with, so we didn't change those ones out. And next, we're going to be putting the gears into the chassis. All right, so I just finished putting the gears in the chassis. A couple things that I noticed was that, number one, they don't give you enough grease. I have heard that it's better to over grease, so I used a lot of grease, but regardless, I was using 2 different greases, and there's no way that the grease that they provided would get every one of these gears. Another thing that I found really helpful for me was putting in the shafts first before the gears, just because you're greasing so many things and trying to place it all together. Anyways, when I did that though, the bearings on the top would come out when I would put it over the shafts, so I just pushed those back down, which wasn't an issue. The only thing I really struggled with was finding the location that some of the gears went, just because the pictures and the manual are kind of deceiving on exactly where they want them. But other than that, it went good, and we now have a ton of gears.
That is so many gears.
That looks super cool though.
That's so many gears. It's really cool.
Super cool. Now we're gonna put the rest of the chassis.
Yeah,
we're
just using. I'm just gonna use the stock silver can motor, and then that's about it. So yeah, we'll get the the other piece on.
Yeah, the other side of the chassis.
And hopefully everything feels good. All right, we'll see you guys soon. All right, a little bit of a snafuzies here. Taylor messed up royally. Didn't you, Taylor?
Of course I did.
No, this was my fault. So another upgrade I forgot to mention, we were going to do the Robinson Racing steel pinion gear. Because with the amount of gears that thing has in it, there's no way I want to wear that out and have that make a mess over 50 million gears. Anyways, this standard kit comes with an 18, so I figured it was 32 pitch like most of the other Tamiyas I have, but it's not. Actually ended up being a mod 6 or mod 0.6, whatever you call it. Camera does not want to focus, but this one is an 18. Sorry, it does not want to focus right now. There we go. Yeah, so I thought, but that's a huge difference. So ordered the right one, so we're gonna have to skip around a little bit. So we're gonna move on to what, Taylor? Some miscellaneous parts, I think.
I'm starting the front lower arms and fun stuff like that.
I think we can. Yeah, I think.
The front uprights.
Yeah, some front
and the
suspension.
front arms and.
So other than that, how do you like it so far?
Good.
I think it's a tank.
It is definitely a tank. It's heavy.
Yeah, it is. It's really heavy. All right, so we're gonna start. We'll keep you updated. We'll get some of these front suspension pieces on and keep you guys updated. Alright, and we are back. So he finally got the correct pinion in. Here's the Robinson Racing, correct one you need. So it's the RRP 1118. And we just stuck with what the stock kit includes. So it's an 18 tooth and 0.6 mod. So this one will come with a provisions for a 17, an 18, and a 20. So it seems like the 18 is kind of right in that sweet spot or middle spot. And one thing you'll notice, so if you do end up going with this steel pinion, you can see that the pinion is a little bit thicker, but it's not an issue. I measured everything and there's plenty enough clearance and it makes full contact with the gears and not overhanging. But what you do need to be careful with is I got this piece of paper that it came in and I pretty much butted it up against the brass bushing inside, and that will allow just enough gap so the head of the pinion is not rubbing or pressing against the brass bushing in there, because then it will cause friction and heat and then it will wear it out. So if you do this, just pay attention to that one, because it's 14 millimeters that they call from here, the little cardboard bushing to the outside of the end of the pinion. So this one's 14.2, it's not gonna make any difference. But yeah, I just used that little piece of paper and I sandwiched it between the brass bushing and the head, so that way you have enough clearance. So we're gonna get this, probably a little bit more grease on there, and we're gonna get this in and keep on rolling.
All right, so I was moving back into putting the motor onto the chassis, and I realized that you're supposed to put a caution sticker on here, and I decided why not just put a different type of sticker. So we had some extra stickers laying around, so I picked this fun neon yellow pink sticker.
What is it?
Team Kinswald, the Dirtinator.
I think it looks rad.
Looks pretty cool. So, all right, now we're gonna start putting it in. All right, so we finished assembling the front and rear arms. When doing these plastic attachments on the front and rear, just make sure you pay attention to the direction that they go. They do have these little like notches that line up on both sides. I made a mistake and didn't line those up, so I had to go back and correct that. But now we're moving on to assembling the shocks.
It's crazy. This kit, like, it's way easier with 2 people. It's just so big, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's lots of flopping parts too.
Lots of flopping. All right, so we'll be back and keep you updated.
Alright, so we got the shocks assembled and put on, and now we're going to move on to attaching the bumpers.
We didn't really film it. It was just too much fumbling around and all that good jazz. But they went together pretty good, and for friction shocks, they don't feel bad at all. So yeah, we're gonna get some more body pieces, keep on trucking along, and keep you guys updated. All right, we're back. These suck. I'll clip those on because these are so long. I can't tell you how many times I pinched my hands, but it looks good, huh, babe?
Looks really good.
So yeah, we got steering on. Like I said, I'm surprised how good these friction shocks work, but yeah, and this was unique too. It's like a little metal pin that you slide in there. You can kind of see it right there. And then the screw, there's a screw that goes over it, and that's really all that keeps the steering in. So definitely different than any other Tamiya I've seen. But this thing is a tank. So I think we're gonna move on to what? Electronics, babe?
Electronics. Servos next.
Yeah, so shoot, we're on the home stretch finally. Yeah, so we'll get that buttoned up and we'll be back to show you.
All right, so we finally finished up putting on the electronics and the wheels. We got the body mocked up right now. Next step is going to be painting it. Well, I have the body on here. These, the posts, I'm not good with terms. They do have to be cut, which was kind of a pain in the butt to do.
They were so huge?
Yeah, they sat really tall, and you had to cut them down, and couldn't get like the best cuts, but you know, whatever, who cares? But just know that those do have to get cut, and it's not that easy. And then
A little kind of thing we did to stop the body from rattling. You could also use like the damper, the shock O-rings. You can put like an O-ring there to stop it from these little metal clips from vibrating on the body. But I just use some Tessa tape. It's pretty soft tape, so that'll stop it from kind of rattling. But I don't know, one little gripe with the battery door, kind of show them. It's weird.
yeah, so there's no like, it doesn't really attach, and I opened it fine this time, but if you don't open it properly, like a specific way, it just comes off. Like there's nothing holding the door.
Yeah, it's really weird.
This, so you have to
like that. It'll just fall.
Yeah, so you have to like really.
I mean, once it's in, it's fine. Like
But
the clips will hold it and everything, but
it shifts a little bit, and then it'll be hard to close sometimes. Like it just, I don't know.
It's weird because they had like, you had to put a pin here, a pin here. I don't know why they just don't have a provision to put a pin there. Yeah, it's a little weird. It doesn't make sense. So I guess that's what, our one little gripe, or
Yeah, I would say for sure.
Oh, not really saying an issue, but
No, it's
yeah,
just kind of an annoyance.
it's kind of weird. I know some of the other models, they did some weird things with the battery door. So it's almost like the guy who's working in that department's like, whatever. If it closes and opens, it closes and opens. But yeah, all the electronics went good. We had to switch the orientation of... Why did we have to do that?
The on and off switch was really, had a really short wire.
And even where they kind of have you put the on and off switch, once the body is on, like you still can't get to it. So we could have just clipped it to this. You know, it has like the little clip there where you can. We could have just did that because you almost still have to take the body off anyways to get the battery in and out and turn it on and off. But yeah, maybe we're just being picky, but
probably.
So yeah, we're gonna start. Oh man, decals. There's so many pinstripes. So yeah, we got to do paint. We're gonna do pretty much box art paint, right, babe?
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, those decals are not gonna be fun. So that's gonna be our project today. It's nice and sunny out, so hopefully we'll get the paint laid, get everything masked off, and get the decals on, and finally be able to play with this bad boy.
Yep, looking forward to it.
All right, guys, stay tuned, and hopefully when we're back, she'll be all done.
We're back. She's done.
She's done.
Yeah.
It was.
This, everything went great. Really no issues. I mean, we got some beginning issues on like the pinion, and I got the wrong pinion. She got the wrong pinion.
I mean, I didn't read the instructions a few times there, but
yeah, I think on like some of the arms,
there was like a little line
they
you're
can
supposed to match up, and
flip them around. I guess they can go different orientations. I think it was for the rear wheel steering, but who knows? This I would definitely say it's a great, I guess like couples build like we did, or if you have kids or a little bit older, and this would definitely be like a perfect kit for that. There wasn't a whole lot of assembly, but the assembly that was needed was really cool. The gears
took the longest, but they weren't.
They were awesome to see.
They weren't like super hard to do or anything like that. They were just tedious with how much greasing we had to do.
Decals. The decals were definitely, I think the book called for 56? 56
like
decals. We didn't do like some of the Tamiya ones or the stickers, but all these pinstripes, like the ones up front right here, the ones right here that kind of go around, you know, the actual back of the panel van. The decals took way longer than I thought.
That was definitely the longest part of the whole process, for sure.
Cutting them out, and
that was his portion of what we did.
yeah, thank you for that. She's like, you can do the decals. I'm like, yay.
No, it was
Especially after that one, I was like, oh, I need a break after that hot shot up there. I was like, I need a break of decals. Decals are taking up my life, but it was fun. This was, I guess, my first two-tone type of paint job. And with like the pinstripes that they give you,
cleans it up a lot.
It cleans it up a lot. So if you got some bleed through, or if you're uncomfortable, or you've never done like a two like layer paint job, this would definitely be a nice kit, because like I said, it does include like a lot of pinstripes that go around here to clean everything up. A lot of pinstripes around the windows. Those are like 2 pieces each. Yeah, just kind of getting intricate and cutting everything around. The back, believe it or not, like the back bumper was weird. So it was three decals that she had to put together to kind of cover the back bumper, where the front bumper was really just 2 pieces. So a little weird how they did the rear, but like getting into these like little lights, they turned out really, really good.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't think I would do that good of a job on them, but they turned out really, really good.
They have a lot of cool little decals and
Yeah.
the little door hinges and stuff. Like just those little details that
Yeah.
that really kind of make it pop.
Definitely ties into it a lot.
Yeah.
The friction shocks, they're a little bit better than I thought. They're kind of on the softer side, so I think that helps. And with the super soft tires, I think it helps the suspension a lot. But really just a simple kit, pretty much stock, other than a steel pinning we did and stock motor we used, cheap servo, Metal Gear servo, worked out fine. Nothing too crazy. I think we talked about it. The only issue I didn't really like was the battery door.
Oh yeah, the battery door.
It was a little weird.
Why it doesn't have something that holds it in place?
No, I don't know.
You have to be very particular with how you open it, or else it kind of gets jammed or it falls off. And
Yeah.
I'm not the most particular with that, so it kind of just flies off. But you know, whatever.
So we can pop the hood, I guess. But it's funny. These posts were like so tall, and so you had to trim them down. So I didn't think you would have to do that, and I was like, man, this thing's gonna sit really, really high. But yeah, so it's a really, really simple kit, really nice put together. Like the whole gearbox and transmission's really just two pieces.
It's so thin.
Yeah,
Like it's very thin, which was crazy to me.
super solid though.
Super, yeah. I have with the battery door.
So yeah, I'll show you guys real quick. Like it's weird. Like the battery door can just come off. I think it just why you didn't do a steel pin right there. Oh, weird, I guess.
I mean, I'll get used to it eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah. But all in all, this was a really fun kit.
Yeah, it was a good build for my first one.
Yeah.
My last one probably too, but you know.
You don't want to build another one? Midnight Pumpkin or the Bigfoot.
It's fun, but you know, I'm gonna leave the building.
Blackfoot. Be cool.
I like rolling them.
Yeah. Yeah, that she'll definitely have no issues.
I'm a basher.
No
We'll see
issues
how
rolling
it
it.
stands up, that's for sure.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend this kit if you guys haven't built it or on the fence. Do it. Seeing the whole gear,
The gears are crazy.
it's nuts. Like, and then the amount of grease they give you.
Yeah, they give you no grease for the amount of gears.
Yeah, I
there
think
are.
we went through a couple. Lining these up can be a little tricky too, but yeah. So I think that'll wrap up another build. Hopefully we can. The weather's been horrible for California, so raining and
Lots of
flooding, raining. Our bathroom got flooded out. That's been fun.
Oh yes.
But yeah, hopefully we'll get a running video and let you know our thoughts on that one. You're running just a 2S LiPo. So the videos I've seen, I was surprised. It got up and went pretty good for what it was.
I mean, we've done just a quick little roll around inside, and it sounds
Really cool.
really cool.
And it can definitely pop a wheelie if
yes.
if you floor it enough. So
It'll be fun to get it outside and get it moving.
yeah. But other than that, this will wrap it up. So any questions, let us know. Comments, likes, concerns, we love it.
Thanks for the Christmas present.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you want to see Taylor here on more videos, let us know in the comment. I'll try to get her to build another kit, or maybe now she can do the decals in my kits.
Yeah.
Learn.
It'll look
Horrible.
great.
I think driver figures and decals. Not my favorite. But yeah, guys, that'll be it. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see everybody on the next one.
Thanks.
Bye.